Hello and welcome to the third episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Developmental. I am Coach Ryan Villena, and with me is Coach Jeffrey Mangubat. And for today, we have a very special guest from the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles. We have Coach Reggie Aromin. Hello, Coach!
Hi, hello, kumusta?
In this show, we break down the Haraya basketball game so we can learn how to play the game right. Before we start, we should learn first what good, what bad, and what we mean by developmental. Good plays are activities on the court that are fundamentally sound and executed efficiently. These have effective results in a game. What can you say about that, coaches?
Well, these are good practices na ginagawa ng players while on play.
Something that has an impact to a certain play that eventually leads to a bigger impact sa buong game.
Now we go to bad plays. Bad plays are activities on the court that are questionable and inefficient. These have negative results in a game. So what can you say about that, coaches?
Bad habits, no? Usually bad habits or bad practices. These are common mistakes sa mga developmental players.
These are habits that we have to change because as the player develops, as the player grows up and gets older and matures, madadala niya eh. He will bring this, or he or she will bring this with him or her. And if not corrected immediately, magiging sa kanya yan, magiging part na ng game niya yan. Which in the long run, again, I will always look at the long term and long run. In the long run, it will serve him in a bad light.
And we have the developmental. Developmental plays are activities on the court that have good intentions but can be executed better. These can have a positive or a negative result in a game.
These are things that we can correct during practices.
I think this is what we call the gray area of the game, meaning it can go positive or negative. And that being said, you have to make sure that you steer it towards the positive side, whether it be habits, whether it be conditioning, or whatever aspect of the game you are working on with the player or with the team. This is what we call the tipping point in a team or in a player. How this developmental stage comes about or goes into what it will become, nasa sa atin na yan as coaches and nasa player na rin yan, yung ginagawa niya pala.
We have prepared 3 clips for you today. This is the first clip. In the first clip, I believe this is the semifinals match between Holy Spirit and Raya School. We can see a defensive stop by number 11, and he goes in barreling for a layup. So we can see they forced the ball to the sidelines, and they were expecting a pass, and so with the interception.
Well, it is well anticipated by the defense. No? Nakita niya na wala nang mapuntahan yung may hawak ng bola. He was forced to the sideline. No? Kaya I has no choice but to give up the ball. But ang kagandahan doon, yung defense, na-anticipate niya, nakita niya. He was looking. Diba? Nakita niya na wala nang mapupuntahan talaga kung hindi magbigay na lang ng big pass. Kaya na-steal.
It was an obvious pass back to the top. Walang ibang pupuntahan eh. Yun lang talaga. Now, good in the sense because number 11 was anticipating that pass back, which is very good.
As coaches, we really have to push defense because it's really the key towards more attempts, and of course, more attempts, more chances of winning.
More often than not, a player or a young kid joining a basketball school or a basketball academy, ang unang tinuturo sa kanya is what? Offense. Diba? You're always taught how to dribble first, to pass, and to shoot. But you don't get to teach or to learn defense until you get into the team stages. So that's very, very important because defense is an understated concept. Well, of course, now we have a lot of complex defenses coming around. And one of the concepts that you have to understand also is that zone defense is also a defensive scheme. And when you have a defensive scheme, you want something to happen your way defensively. So if you want something to happen your way defensively, you will force that issue on the offense. And this is very important because defense makes the game fun. Lalo na kung maganda yung stops nyo. If you're able to make stops, it becomes fun because you get to score a lot. Fast breaks or just the pride na ma-stop mo yung offense is already an achievement in itself. Ano yung normally narinig natin pag depensa? Ang sasabihin lang ng depensa dyan, tumayo ka, 2-3 tayo, taas kamay. Di ba?
Yes.
Yun na yun eh.
Yeah.
It's more than that. It's more
Diba?
than that. It's actually being alert. Oh, it's being alert, being able to anticipate what's gonna happen, and knowing where you want that ball to go right after the pass.
You're anticipating where the ball is going to go. And in that sense, you're playing good team defense na. Di ba? Team basketball.
Yes.
Right? Even hindi ka lang nakatayo.
Yeah, actually, ang defense is an attitude. Ako personally, or di ba minsan na ano natin na we put more focus on defense, di ba? Kasi doon tayo kumukuha ng momentum eh. Di ba? So sa akin, we put more practice sa practice, no? Defense. Kumbaga parang kailangan automatic. It's an automatic. It's a norm, no? It's a norm na laging willing silang gawin, no? Para makakuha tayo para makatira tayo, para makascore tayo, we have to play defense.
Now, on to the second clip. We have a high post, and then the middleman hoists a shot 13 feet out, and it didn't hit iron.
Obviously, forced shot. There is such a thing as a habit called catch and face. Whenever you catch the ball, you don't put the ball down right away and dribble. Never ever do that, regardless of the situation. You always catch the ball first, secure it, and then face the basket. The high post guy catches the ball and does not dribble. He just turns around, pivots, and looks at the ring. He will be able to see the situation. And what was the situation? There was someone in front of him. The entire defense was collapsing inside the paint. He has an open teammate in the corner, and he has another teammate on the right side trying to cut. The player with the ball will have options. And probably shooting the ball is not one of them, not even dribbling the ball. High post player should always look inside and weak side. If you catch and face, your first look should always be inside. Is there someone free underneath the basket? Wala. Weak side. There is someone open there. Now, what will happen, for example, you look inside, someone is there but he's being guarded. You look weak side, your teammate is also being guarded. You look to the other side, your teammate is also being guarded. That leaves you with what? You are now one-on-one with your defensive play. Now you can have options there. That's the time when you put down the ball.
The pass in the high post is very crucial because you can see, diba, the court from the middle, no, right smack in the middle. Maybe a short pass in the closer to the ring, or it may be a longer pass, but someone may be open in the perimeter. Or you might have an option for a one-on-one, if the defense will not collapse, no, will not crowd the middle. And you were pointing out, Coach, someone is open at the corner. It may be a longer pass, but towards an open teammate.
Yes, it may be a longer pass, but it will also be a longer recovery for the defense. And remember, when you're playing against a defensive scheme, what you want to open up are gaps. you open up a bigger gap. The bigger the gap, the better for you. Better shooting angles, better cutting space, better dribbling and maneuvering space.
Actually, makikita mo, libreng-libre na yung kakampi niya sa weak side. Eh. Diba? Nakataas na nga yung kamay asking for the ball. Dapat binigay niya na ron. Or, again, catch and face. Diba?
And for our third clip of the day, we have a fast break that was not successful. But on the transition, we have the ball stolen, but it was restolen again for a change of possession.
Again, catch and face, di ba? Catch and face. Hindi yung dribble or pasa na lang agad nang hindi ka nakatingin. Kasi yung mga ganong klaseng pasa, prone sa error yun. Kahit dribble or pass, prone ka sa error.
Secure the ball first and then look forward. You always look forward because you want to see baka may ibang player na nasa baba na pwede mo lang pasahan without even making a dribble. Now, you look ahead, you check the numbers. Again, it applies. If you expand the court, you look forward and weak side also. So if you split the court lengthwise into two, obviously, kanina nandoon siya sa may bandang right side of the court, which is now the strong side of the court. Ano ang tendency ng mga depensa at saka ng lahat ng mga players, lalo na sa developmental league? Kung nasa ng bola, nandun lahat. Which means everybody is where? They are all in the strong side. Then the weak side is wide open. So you always look forward and weak side, or if it's a half-court situation, you look inside and weak side. Ganun lang kasimple yun. Ang common mistake ng players is they treat the ball like a hot potato. Kailangan ko ng pakawalan. Parang may dumi yung bola. Nakuha ko yung bola, papasa ko na kaagad. Hindi. Hold on to the ball. Sometimes that will be more beneficial. Pagka-rebound mo ng bola, pasa na kaagad. Di ba? Without even thinking.
Para sa akin, ang tawag ko dyan is the tantantiner's play. Transition, napunta ganun, tantantiner's, tapos nakuha mo ulit yung bola, tantantiner's, tapos tantantiner's ulit, ganun-ganun lang, no?
That's where the discipline comes in. That's very important. Kasi kung disiplinado yung team nyo, regardless kung ano yung situation, you will always fall back to that discipline wherein you know what to do, you will be composed because you have been training for that.
But what I like about that clip was the defender, the one who got the steal, never gave up on the play, keeping composure. Unfortunately, it led to a turnover and a transition, fast break on the other end.
Pwede rin during practices, di ba? Yung mga fast break drills, di ba? So, kahit mga small details na gano'n, importante yun during practice. Hindi porket ko nagbabantay sa'yo or drill lang to, ganun-ganun lang. You should finish strong. Lagi namin na-emphasize yan. So, yun lang. Napansin ko, sayang yung fast break na yun.
Okay, before we end, we'd like to invite everyone to visit our website. We're at www.harayasports.com, and please like us on Facebook at Haraya Youth Dev and catch the games live or any other features like this one at Haraya Sports Live. Follow us on Instagram at Haraya Sports and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Haraya Sports, and don't forget to hit that bell button so you will know whenever we have new stuff around. And that has been the third edition of our show,
The Good,
The Bad,
And the developmental.
On behalf of Coach Jeffrey Mangubat and our guest, Coach Reggie Aromin, this has been Coach Ryan Villana. Thank you very much for joining us, and we hope you keep on developing every day. Until next time.